before the when I knew you, baby. Funny how the colors bend when lifetimes start to blend. And we've been spinning mysteries Mandela. Oh, living in the strangest of times, you and me, watching while the cities rise and rise and fall like rain, fall like rain, fall like rain, fall like rain. Into the darkness we fly, keys of our peace of
You can advertise your business on Night Dreams Talk Radio, and you will be heard worldwide. Why not contact us at nightdreamstalkradio@gmail.com. Night Dreams Talk Radio, After Dark, wants to give a big shout out to all the truckers that listen to our show. You're listening to Night Dreams Talk Radio, After Dark, with our host, Gary Anderson.
And that is me. Well, we're with Tony as wife. They're a very, famous couple out there ghost hunting as a team. Now, James, go ahead. You got like 15 minutes to ask them some questions.
Okay, thanks. How you guys doing? It's been a while since I talked to you, but I got to ask, I know you guys have a lot of pets. I know you got dogs. I don't know if you have any cats, but have any of the spirits that have followed you home or come home, or have you ever taken anywhere, have they ever messed with any of your animals?
Yeah, we've had them mess with the dog when we first got him, but now he is so used to them. I mean, he'll act a little bit strange, like he'll let us know they're there, but he doesn't freak out like he did when it first began. So basically what that tells me is that they're around a lot more than we know they are, because he's almost become accustomed to them.
Yeah. Have you ever considered taking an animal with you on investigation to use as maybe another piece of equipment or a tool?
Not Loki.
Well, it's funny you say that, because we were heading down to the research center just last weekend, and I said that to Cherie. I said, hey, do you want to try to take Loki down and see if he gives us any additional evidence that they're around, or maybe what room they're in, and we were going to do it, but we had a tour that night. We were giving a public tour, so we didn't, but we'll pick another night, and we just may do that.
Yeah, keep in touch. Let me know what's your results on that. What's the funniest thing that's ever happened on some of your investigations?
Can I say that?
Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
So, hi, James.
Hey, how you doing, Cherie?
I'm good. So when we were investigating at Ajo, Copper Canyon, with our team, Audra and Chris, can I say that?
I'm not sure what you're going to say, but keep going.
So I was videoing, and then I was doing the video, and Tony was walking in and asking questions, and with Chris with him, and suddenly Tony just, can I say the word? Farted.
Oh, my God.
That is the most funniest ever, and I have that on video. And Chris says, you should post that on Facebook.
Yeah, they came up with the whole idea of a bloopers reel for Entity Voices, and we had two other team members join us, Chris Allgood and Audra Keeler, and they've just been great teammates because we do a lot of investigating together. But yeah, they found that story funny. I didn't find it funny.
Well, every time he walks, like he keeps on farting and farting.
I bet the spirits didn't think it was funny either. I wonder what kind of trigger object that would be. My goodness.
I never listened to that recording just for that reason, but there may be some EVPs on there.
Yeah. What's your favorite piece of equipment besides a recorder? What do you like to use?
Mine, I love my EMF and my digital recorder, my millimeter, and of course my cell phone.
Well, for me, I like the FLIR. I like an ITC box that we call the EVOX. Love that thing. But other devices can range based on what's happening in the building. I mean, it can be anything down to divining rods to motion detectors to the ones that track footsteps to we have almost everything. There's a few new devices that have come out we haven't acquired yet, but there's one called the EDI, which is a digital recorder, and it tracks EMF.
Like all in one.
All in one. Plus, it'll record the data to an SD card, so you can go back and review it in time. So let's say it captured a vibration or it captured a spike in EMF, and it tracks about 6 different things at once: humidity, temperature, and it allows you to go back and graphically read it. That's one of my favorites too.
Let me ask you this: the SLS Connect. What's your opinion? Are those things legit? Are they accurate? Or are they just for show?
Well, we have 2 of them. One Cherie bought; it's a handheld, and one when they first kind of became a known thing, I built from scratch, and I even went as far as did the actual programming for it to read the inputs off the Kinect camera. They definitely have flaws in it. I mean, you can make a stick figure appear based off of if there's something in the room that looks like it could possibly have arms, legs. There's glitches within the system that do show. So can you take for 100% certainty what you're seeing on an SLS, that you're actually seeing a spirit? My opinion on that is no, you can't. But my other opinion is there's not any device out there that's specifically made to detect ghosts. So what you try to do is you try to get a sampling of multiple information, spikes in EMF, maybe something on an SLS, maybe an EVP, maybe you ask the figure to raise an arm or lower an arm and see if it follows the commands. But not one piece of equipment is going to give you 100% assurance of anything.
I agree totally. Let me ask you this. Have you guys been to the Bel Air house?
Oh, yes.
Yes, we have.
My gosh.
Love it. It's a great location. We had a ton of activity.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, the next time you guys
go.
No,
first night I did not sleep. I was up all night. I did not close my eyes until the sun came up.
Yeah, you're so scared.
Yeah, that's only about 40 miles from my house. I was there last May, and did you have where did you find the most activity or anything that really caught your eye in that house?
2 places: the attic and the little crawl space in the wall up on the attic by the hallway by the window that was giving multiple owners of that house trouble. And the other place was the basement behind the furnace.
Yeah.
That's amazing because that's the same results I had, and I've never talked to you about that. But I've got a picture of me in the attic sitting on a love seat, and there was a spirit of an older lady, and she was getting kind of frisky or something. I don't know, but it was. I felt weird. Yeah, I felt weird, and they took a picture. You can clearly see the spirit there. It was weird, and that was in the attic. And
wow.
Yeah. And also when you go upstairs, there's a first bedroom to the left. I'm walking up there, and Melissa was behind me, the team leader of her team. And you ever see that movie Insidious, how the spirits are just standing there motionless?
Yep.
that's what I seen in the corner of my eye. And I turned my head, and there's a spirit standing in the corner, like from that movie Insidious. And I said to Melissa, I said, do you?
We caught.
I said, yeah, Melissa. I said to her, do you see that? And she took a look, and she highballed it to the next room. She said, oh no. She just kept going. But that was the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Wow.
Hey, James, let me ask you a question. Was it in the corner where the closet is? Of that room?
Yeah, and let me add this, and Melissa verified this too. There was a smell of like somebody had been working all day. It didn't stink, but you could tell it was a male figure. It was like a smell in there, and it would come and go.
That is hilarious, James, because we were there with two friends, and they said the exact same thing. They would come out of their room, and they'd walk down the hall because we were in the last room at the end of the hall, and they'd say, "Can you smell that?" And we're like, "No, what?" And then we'd go back in the room, and they were like, "Here," and it'd be gone. But they complained multiple times during the time we were there about this strange smell that would come out of nowhere.
Yeah, and again, I seen another spirit in that room you just mentioned there. And he was kind of, I don't know if there's like certain modes that spirits get into, and they're just kind of like dormant, and they stand around like in that city. But that's what they were kind of like certain periods of the night. It was just weird. I've seen that throughout my life like that. But it's very unsettling to see spirits standing in the corner, like they're like looking at you, but they're not looking at you. You don't know, should I not move too fast or what?
No, it's funny you mention that because they mentioned that as well. Remember, Jason said, "Hey, there's something something was standing by the closet door." That's part of the information you get when it comes from multiple sources. When it's almost an identical match like that from completely different people who had never spoken about it before, that's when you can kind of also help identify, okay, that there's something going on here.
Yeah, they're really active.
Yeah,
they're active.
Yeah, and it's funny. We went up to the attic. Melissa had to go up for something. She didn't go up by herself, so I was walking up behind her. And we get up there, and I thought her other team member, Claudia, was behind me because we get up there, and the last set of steps going up the attics are wooden, and they kind of crackle when you step on them. Well, I get up to the top, and I can still hear somebody coming up behind me, so I thought it was Claudia. So I turned around. I thought she might need help carrying equipment or something. There's nobody there. It was a spirit following me up there.
When you're walking in the stairs, it feels like there's somebody or something like behind you, like following you.
Well, remember when I was coming down and I almost lost my balance? I wasn't pushed, but it just felt like something was right up against me. Yeah, I remember that.
Yep. That's amazing.
And
that's incredible.
Well, and the other thing that happened there, as soon as you get up top of that steps in that attic, to the right, there's a cabinet, and that cabinet door come open right by itself. I think we got it on film, too, actually, that night.
Oh, my gosh, we had that, too.
Oh, we do have that, too. You're talking about that little about 4 foot high or 3 foot high, well, maybe it's a little taller than that, cabinet with the two doors that open like French doors?
Yes. Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, we have that.
We have that too, James.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
We have EVPs also.
Yeah, we have some good EVPs from that place as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet. The only other thing we caught there was like a real orb, and real orbs. Ones I see, they're like anomalies. They like undulate, and you can tell a real one if you've been doing this a long time, like I have. There's no question. But you can be fooled. But this one, I see with my own eyes, and we got it on film.
Is it on the basement?
Yeah, James, I got to stop you right there. Did you catch it in the basement?
No, we caught that one actually in the main living room, probably right above where you caught yours in the basement, though.
Okay, yeah, because we caught that exact same thing, and there's no doubt this thing has energy in it. It's almost a glowing mist of, I don't know how to explain it. It's not your typical round orb, but what we caught was in the basement, and it was definitely paranormal.
Yeah, now, nobody went in the basement but me. I went down there by myself a few times, and it's funny you mentioned behind that furnace because there was something. I couldn't get a good look at it. It was playing hide and seek with me, but it didn't have a good feel to it. I can tell you that.
Yep, that you are spot on there, because that's